who was to join that operation was assembled and given instructions or guidelines in terms of how they were going to engage. So perhaps I would ask Mr. Witz if you are able to
Commissioner,
help
I
us on
believe
this
that the first group that went in, I was still not at the
You were not
prison.
at the present. Okay. Who was there when the first group went in?
SP Mari.
SP Mari, you were there.
Are you talking about ASP Vincent Mari? Are you talking about the first operation?
Yes.
I was the highest officer.
Okay. So, and I was informed by one of the media technicians that when you are using, those who are going to use that mic, put it quite close so that what you say can be heard. Okay, so you are the right person to answer these questions. Were you and your colleagues, including from the police, were you at some point assembled together and given guidelines and instructions on how you were going to conduct this operation?
That responsibility fell upon me as the highest ranking officer. Like I said in my last testimony, I was the one who mounted the parade and gave instructions.
Okay, so you mounted the parade.
Yes.
This parade, tell us what kind of officers were in this parade?
There were officers from the Public Order and Tactical Response Unit. There were officers from the Quick Response Team. Those two units are from the police.
Okay.
And then there were also the prison guards there. Their purpose was to guide us inside.
And were they soldiers there?
No.
No. Okay. And what kind of guidelines did you give them?
The guidelines were that our mission was to go inside and release the officers being unlawfully detained. Once we get inside, we're going to conduct a search for the prison guard and secure all the areas that we have searched.
Okay. In terms of ethics, did you give them any instructions? When I'm saying ethics...
On the ethical side, no. There was just operational tactical instructions.
Okay. In terms of tactical operations, did you tell them anything about use of weapons, how they were supposed to use weapons?
No. There were none because all the officers that was going to do, this was for building intervention, not riot. So they are all trained. They know the rules of engagement already.
The question is, did you tell them anything about how they were supposed to use weapons or which weapons they were not supposed to use? That's the question.
No, there was no such instruction.
Okay, and the reason is?
Because they only knew. They are all trained officers.
All trained, okay.
Yes.
When you mounted this parade, who were you? Who was the most senior police officer on site at that time?
Myself.
It was you.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to the soldiers. We have already learned from CDF that there were some guidelines. Of course, those guidelines were revised according to the situation. And now you were the most senior military officer on site, Colonel Olada. Do you recall your soldiers being, or you briefing your soldiers and giving them instructions on how they were or rules they were supposed to adhere to as they engage down there in the male prison block section?
Yes, some guidelines were given, some advice also. And I remember one thing I told them, because they were going in a hostile. The place was hostile, and all the inmates were upstairs. And one thing you expect, maybe they might charge the whole group with lethal weapons like machete and all that. So you expect that they were going maybe to use force. And so I tell them that in case, not to use lethal weapon, of course, but in any case that they have to fire a weapon, they have to aim a little bit low, below groin level, so that it doesn't become a
I hear someone saying, over there. Please don't do that. Whoever it is, continue, because you are interrupting him. Continue.
So that it doesn't become a fatal incident. And the soldiers, by saying that, doesn't mean that you're going and start shooting. It means this is the line that should not be sort of crossed. And soldiers knows when and when not to fire a weapon, live weapon on somebody.
If I may ask a follow-up question just on that one. Earlier on, I think it's CDF who said soldiers, they carry, because I was trying to understand what he meant when he said don't carry weapons inside. And he said, no, soldiers carry live ammunition.
Yeah.
So when you say use non-lethal weapon, do you mean to say they didn't have live?
No, they had shotguns that use non-lethal weapons, but they also have a 9mm pistol that they kept concealed.
So at that particular point, they now had so-called non-lethal weapons and lethal weapons. And your instruction to them was use non-lethal weapon. Now, last follow-up question from me on that one is, I recall that the CDF, in the process of deploying soldiers, had given an instruction that you must, as soldiers, not carry live ammunition into the prison. So, and obviously that has now changed. And did you inform him that you are now changing?
I informed him about soldiers going in, but in any operation, things can turn south.
Okay.
So you have to, like I said, I was concerned about their safety also. So they would have used that 9mm in the case that life was being threatened, people were being killed. So you will have no option.
Okay.
But they were not
so
supposed
I
to
think
use
the answer,
that.
So the answer, my question was, did you inform him? So your answer is no, I did not. Then if I had asked you why, then you would then explain in the way you have done. Commissioner,
No, that was exactly because I was going to tell him that he was not answering the question.
Yeah, no, it's fine, but we got your answer. When you briefed your soldiers, were the police also part of the briefing, or it was separate?
When I was talking about firing at the low levels, some of the police was there.
Okay, some of them were there.
Some of them were
Okay,
there.
okay. And at this particular point, Deputy Sangwa, you were on site.
Yeah, I arrived prior.
Do you confirm? Did you see? Did you hear Colonel Olada giving the guidelines that he is talking about?
If it was outside the room, I would not have heard.
I think the question is, did you? So it's yes or no?
No.
You did not hear
No,
that, you did not see
his
that.
officers was
Then if I
outside.
ask why, then you say you were inside. Okay.
Yes.
Miss Jeanette George, did you hear?
No, sir.
Okay. Deputy Wits, did you hear? Okay. So obviously these instructions are being given outside because it's a group of people. You can't fit in the room. Or am I assuming? Because you can also give them inside the room, maybe.
There was some.
I see you, gentlemen.
Maybe we allowed him to.
No. It's the floor is still yours.
It was in a compound outside where there was people gathering there.
Who else is here? Saw you giving those instructions? No. I'm asking you.
That's why I said Mr. Evan should maybe answer because
Sorry?
he was somebody maybe heard.
Who?
what he said.
Sorry?
Mr. Superintendent Kakamba.
Superintendent Akambra. Before I go that side, I see you, the three of you, I see you. I saw that your hand was up.
Yes,
Was your intention to corroborate what he's saying?
Yes, sir.
Did you see him?
I heard him. I was telling
Sorry, I said, did you see him?
I saw him, yes.
Did you hear him?
Yes.
Okay.
But I can also confirm that deputy was not outside. He was in the office. He told this to the group who was outside, ready to go
Okay.
inside.
Okay. Now, before I see you, I will go there. Deputy Sangwa, did you at any point seek to confirm with Colonel Olada that his soldiers had been briefed on the rules that he is talking about?
I remember telling Colonel that we're working with non-lethal.
Okay.
Yes, I remember telling him that.
But I'm not saying did you ever have, I'm saying, but did you at any point seek to ensure and confirm that the soldiers had been given a set of guidelines?
No.
Okay. But you do remember you talking to Colonel Olada and saying the soldiers, anyone going in
the
there
room
should not use live ammunition.
Correct, sir.
Okay. CP, former CP Janet George, do you recall at any time the soldiers and the police who were helping the prisoner, the guards? Did you recall them receiving instructions on or guidelines on how to operate inside? The guidelines that these two gentlemen are talking about?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you at any time seek to find out from the two of them, as they were helping you, on whether they had briefed their forces on the guidelines to observe when conducting the operation?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Then let's go there, because I had seen the two hands. I will start with Sergeant Major Alvin Mondo.
The specific band soldier, law rules of engagement, mochila mochiwali mochitani. Cause un soldat même qui demande redemande en question c'est si mon la vie y en danger ou bien la vie mon collègue au bord. Il dit ça weapon qui de au côté là il last resort seulement pas faire en l'air faire en bas.
Okay.
Si ou senti la vie en danger.
Okay, please translate.
1 second, please. Yes, my name is Sergeant Major Mordo. I can confirm what the colonel said previously, where he explained to the soldiers the rules of engagement. I was there, I saw him, and I heard him. Some of the soldiers even asked what they should do if their life was in danger. And they were instructed by the colonel that would be their weapon would be the last resort, and if that so happens, they should aim low, and only if life was in danger.
Okay. Colonel Jakambra, sorry, Superintendent Jakambra, do you have anything? If you want to agree with what has been said, let's move on. But
yes.
if you agree,
Yes.
okay. So I think let's
It was
move on.
loud and clear and a high tone.
Okay. So let's move on so that we don't repeat what has already been agreed on. Okay. Now, I want to now look. The next question that I'm asking is really about monitoring to make sure that the guidelines that you have issued are going to be complied with. So I will start with the two of you who confirmed that you actually are the ones who communicated the instructions. So ASP Mari, after you briefed or you mounted the parade and gave these instructions to the police, and I take it that you said you expected that the police who were under your command know the rules and the ethics to observe, right? I take it that. But I just want to understand if you had mechanisms to monitor as the operation is going on, to monitor and ensure that the ethics you are assuming that they know would be adhered to.
The mechanism would be I was there with them.
Okay.
When we did the search for the officer, I was there the whole time.
Okay.
So I had sight of all the officers when we were moving and clearing the first floor.
Okay. Then at some point, Superintendent Dakambra came in, right?
He came in when we were re-strategizing. So we had already cleared the first floor, and we were re-strategizing, and then afterwards we went out.
Okay, that's fine. Let's come back to Colonel Olada. What mechanisms did you put in place to make sure that you have a way to monitor that your soldiers would observe what you had instructed them to do?
We didn't have any mechanism in place to monitor, but in the military there is rank system, and there were NCOs that could have done the monitor while they are inside, that the orders that have been given is being respected.
Okay, so you are saying the assumption is because there is most senior officer
Yes.
amongst your soldiers
Yes.
down there in prison,
Yes,
that's the person who would monitor
yes.
and ensure that the soldiers are
The instructions are being
are
implemented
following
as
that.
as told,
Okay.
yeah.
And who was that?
I would not know who, but definitely in any group that will go inside, there will be one that will be more senior.
Okay. I'm sorry I'm going to ask you this question, but it's because of your answer earlier on. Did you also have an expectation that the police, the highest ranking police officer down there, would enforce the standards?
Yes, but he will not be everywhere. He will, because in any operation, sometimes it becomes chaotic and you don't see everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would your most senior military men inside there be everywhere?
At least the most senior one will be overseeing the soldiers that was there, and sometimes we expect that soldiers will due to their training and discipline, will respect.
We take your point. Deputy Sangwa, was there any discussion? Maybe not necessarily Deputy Sangwa, CP George, Janet George, Deputy Sangwa, Deputy Witt, because you agreed from the beginning, and CP Denus, you agreed from the beginning that there was an oversight committee, and we were sitting in there. Do you recall at any time a discussion on mechanisms to make sure that the soldiers and the police and the prison guards who are deployed to carry out this operation down there would act professionally? Anyone can answer. Just say your name and then you answer.
Francis Songwa. Yes, during one of these, when they bring back information from the cell, I've mentioned again that the issue of non-lethal all the time.
Okay,
I think shouldn't be any.
Sorry to cut you short, but I just want to make sure we are talking about the same question. So is your answer that you relied on officers that were supposed to be coming back to give you updates?
Yes.
Okay. And who? Did you appoint someone that you are the one who is going to come and give us updates on what's going on down there?
No, not appoint. The senior came.
I think the question is, did you appoint someone?
No.
No. Why?
They are trained officer. They know. It comes by nature when you're a trained officer.
So, are we correct to assume that your assumption, or you just took it that because there is the most senior police officer, that the one who is supposed to come and give you updates?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. I think amongst the other leaders, that's Deputy Witz and CP Janet George at the time, of course. Do you have any different answer to what?
No, Commissioner. Same answer.
Same answer.
His answer is correct.
His answer is correct. Okay.
Confirm this.
You confirmed that at that time. Okay. Maybe let me also hear from Inspector Ivan Nicola. Correct title, right? Inspector. Yeah. So Inspector Ivan Nicola. Because I have heard from the police and the military, did you either receive or issue instructions to the guards on, how they were supposed to conduct themselves down there during the operation?
No, I did not.
No. Okay.
It was just,
why?
if I can explain.
Yeah.
It was just on the first time when there was the first briefing to assist the police.
Okay.
That was it. Yeah.
So your role was to assist the police. Yeah. Basically, do whatever the police say you should do, as long as it is lawful.
Because we are not trained tactical officers. So.
Yeah. And are we correct that your key role was to show the police the way in the prison?
Not myself.
No, the guards.
Yeah. That was
I know last time we had a back and forth on that one, so I know why you are quick to say no, not me. Okay, that's fine. Now let's go back to the leaders. Or rather, before we go there, Mr. Dakambra, Superintendent Dakambra, you obviously have been cited as one of the people who were up and down to brief the leaders. Did you understand, and please answer that question only, did you understand that one of your duties was to make sure that the police under you would act professionally and ethically? Did you have that understanding? Was that clear?
Yes.
Okay. But I am also now, remind me about your relationship with ASP Mari. Who has a higher rank?
I am.
You are up. So the moment was there a point where both of you were inside the prison at the same time?
Like I said, I was there most of the time because I stated before, I was helping with the fire out and then reporting back. Yes, I was up and down.
Okay, that's fine. I think you have answered the question. Mr. Wow, I know that when at some point you were in the gym, then you came in, so at some point you saw the whole process going on, right? Did you yourself, or did you see any prisoner being beaten up by either a soldier or a police officer?
At that time, on the fifth note.
Okay,
when I was going to outside to surrender to the gym the first time, to go to gym to surrender the first time, there were around 8 of us. We raised our hand up, just start fire on us. Then we run up. Again.
So you raised your hands up. Why did you raise your hands?
Because we were going to surrender at the gym. Because there was the first group going to surrender at the gym.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were raising our hands up. They didn't say nothing. They just fired because they were outside at the gym.
Okay. I keep forgetting.
Jufine.
Yeah. State your name. Answer the same question, and maybe if he needs translation, translate it for him, please. Did you see any prisoner being beaten, being fired at by either a soldier or a police officer?
My name is Adrian Jifon. Yes, I saw.
Okay. So we are almost there now. We have dealt with the question whether there were any mechanisms to just monitor and make sure that there is adherence to professional ethics and guidelines. Were you now we get to sort of the final question, and again this is now about the leaders of the different security forces on site and the prison authority. So that question would be for Colonel Olada, and to some extent Major Macho, CP General George, Deputy Sangwa, hold on. I think those were the leaders that were there of the different forces. At what point did you realize that your forces may, I'm not saying they did, may have acted with excessive force?
That would be maybe at the end of the operation when people was coming out to get to the ambulance.
At the end of the operation,
Yeah.
so that would be on 6.
On the 5th or early 6th evening
Early
morning when they take control of the prison.
Okay.
Then they were getting out people that was hurt.
And this operation had started at what time?
I know when
with the soldiers.
when the
involved.
soldiers joined, it was about 11:30.
11:30. So when we say early morning on the 6th,
When the soldiers went in with the police officers, it didn't take long before they took control of the prison.
Okay.
It's a very short time. And
okay. CP Janet George, at what point did you realize that there is a lot of injuries that have resulted from the operation, and there is a death?
Early on the 6th.
Early on the 6th.
Early on the 6th.
What time on the 6th? Roughly.
Midnight onward.
Okay. Deputy Sangwa, in your capacity as the senior ranking police officer?
I believe during one of the last report, that when we confirmed there was a death. But I think prior to that, there were a report of injuries.
So prior to that, that would be around
prior
what
to the
time?
last one, there were report of injuries. Yeah.
Around what time?
I can't say exactly, but maybe before the last one report.
Yeah, that is not giving me some time. I just want to understand, like, estimate time.
Maybe early 6 in the morning, early.
Okay.
Very early 6.
Okay. Inspector Takambra, I acknowledge, Superintendent Takambra, I acknowledge that you still dispute that you were the leader. And I take it. So this question I'm not asking you because you were the leader. I'm asking you because you confirmed that you were down there, right? Is there any point when you were down there, when you realized that some of the actions that are being taken by the soldiers and the police were not either professional or were excessive?
When I saw the injuries coming out and all the ambulance, I saw them passing on stretchers, bandage, and the ambulance were waiting for them.
What time in the operation did you notice for the first time?
Midnight to 1.
Okay.
So, yeah, not 6, but early in the morning on the 6th.
Did you, when you noticed that, what action did you take?
I informed, I think I went, and I don't think I went informed to deputy. I don't know if you remember that there are injuries, injurious injuries. And when he was told that there was a death, I was next to him.
Sorry, you told him that there were injuries, right?
Yeah.
But did you tell him that there was excessive use of force?
I told him they were badly beaten.
Or you told him that inmates were being badly beaten? Okay. What did he say to you, or what did he instruct you to do?
He was very concerned. That's all. He was very concerned.
Okay. Deputy Sangwa, do you confirm what Superintendent Dakambra said?
Correct.
Okay. ASP Mari, do you confirm what Mr. Dakambra said?
Yes, I confirm.
Okay. Keno Olada, I know that you said you can't remember the non-commissioned officers who were sort of in charge of discipline during the operation down there. But was Sergeant Major Alvin Modon there, down there?
I remember seeing Sergeant Major Modon sitting at the administration block, and I was standing there next to him. But I don't remember him going to the mail block.
I think maybe you would be speaking with a bit of authority, since you were the most senior military officer on site, as to whether you deployed him.
No, I didn't.
Or you authorized him or not.
No.
All right. Sergeant Major, did you, Sergeant Major Alvin Mondon, did you at any time go and help down there with the soldiers and the police?
Major Mondon, c'est le temps qui mon challenge de 2000 blocs, il est dans l'opération qui finie. Je demande assistance pour récupérer ça l'école qui supposé en. So bon soldat qui tient l'air qui par mon petit qui sort de sa deuxième team qui participe de l'opération. Nous qui assister bandi moun prison de toi bandi moun na police pour pour récupérer ça l'école. C'est le temps qui m'en la bande.
Sergeant Major Modo speaking. The only time that I went inside the mail block was after the operation had already concluded. We were asked for assistance to recover the body of the deceased body that was inside. The soldiers that were not participating in the operation itself were the ones that assisted the prison officers and the police officers to carry out this task. And that was the only time that I went inside the prison.
Okay. Thank you for that. There was a hand from Mr. Wow. You are satisfied. Okay. Yes, Commissioner.
I just wanted to ask W1, W2, Alvin. From where did you receive the instruction to go and carry out this task? Who passed on this information to you?
Pas trop imaginer exactement lequel mais ça travail qui vient après qui Mr. Dakambra qui sorti en bas qui vient amener un rapport concernant ban casualty. Ça travaille après ça comme ça après qui fini informé qui il y a une possibilité il y a un timonin pasteur au cas.
I don't recall whom exactly, but I recall it was after Mr. Dakambra came back with a report of the casualties and injuries that sustained and the possibility that someone might have passed away.
Okay. So first, are there any questions, any follow-up questions from the commissioners? No, from Commissioner Vidot. Any question from you? Now, is there anyone who has anything that we have discussed today where they feel that they need to add? And again, it's precise, straight to the point, and it can't be on anything that we've not discussed today, precisely because we have had so many hearings, and there is a lot of information that we have already. So anyone who wants to say anything? Secretary Dakampra?
I just want to make it clear because the way my name, whatever, has been, for me, tarnishing my reputation. Inspector Ivan is here. When I arrived, I did ask Inspector Ivan for loud hailer and tried to talk to the prisoners to calm down. I don't even can confirm it. Secondly, I did help putting out the fire. It was at the last moment that I was with Downer helping with the prisoners that the video shows. But I did ask Inspector Nicola to get a loud hailer. I don't know if you can confirm it. And there was some prison warden, firemen, and even I was close to Major Match when I was going up with the horse to try to put down the fire. I don't know if CP also can confirm it. Thank you very much.
Okay. I see Mr. Wao's hand is up.
I just want to check on a question that you asked me.
Sorry?
I just want to check on a question that you asked me before.
Okay.
Regards if I've seen someone getting beaten. But like I said, on the 5th, I did not see anyone getting beaten. But on the 6th, in front of, as a witness, which is CI Jocelyn, she was in front of me like maybe one meter. Okay, maybe 1 meter. And there was Warren Telemark, and there was an officer. It was Ruby Larry. I know him well. In front of CI Jocelyn, he shot Warren Telemark in front of me. And then on the 6th as well, even me, I'm still asking why, because I was surrender myself and I got beaten on the 6th for nothing. Got me. For what reason? I'm still asking. On the 5th, they take control of prison. And on the 6th, why? Those soldiers. There was no police officers. There was only soldiers. On the 6th, they come inside prison. Can
you confirm? Not because we want to restart that, because we have discussed that before. Can you repeat or confirm what time on the 6th it was when the soldiers?
Early 7 a.m. in the morning, because they took prison around 4 to 5 a.m. They told us everybody who was in the visiting area who surrendered themselves to go inside mail block. And we refused to go inside the mail block. And they put pressure on us to go inside the mail block. Everyone was down on the ground floor. They moved everything, but on the 6th they came.
Okay. And we have taken that testimony from you and others before. So I'm sorry for cutting you short, but we have taken that. Is there anyone who wants to add anything? Okay, Inspector Ivan Nicola.
I just want to confirm about the request for the equipment.
Okay.
And it was handed over to SI Ulada from Putru. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I think what we are going to do now, because this is the final hearing, what we are going to do now is I am going to first thank you who are already here on behalf of the Commission for making yourself available and for the testimonies that you have given this afternoon. I'm going to also flag, as we always do, one of your rights, which is the right not to be victimized by anyone who was listening to you talking or anyone who is here who you disagreed with. You have a right not to be victimized. If you get victimized, please get in touch with the Commission and we will take appropriate action to address that through the law. If anyone, including a witness who was here today, feels that they have information to challenge what has already been placed before the Commission, please write to the Commission and the Commission will provide the necessary arrangements so that you can provide your evidence. Having said that, I think also for public interest purposes, we will then explain what happens from here. So just allow me to just go through this brief remarks, and then I think we will be done with the day. So Article 1 of the Constitution of the Republic stipulates that Seychelles is a sovereign democratic republic. An important aspect of democracy and democratic participation is that there must be transparency and accountability in the way public power is exercised. This commission was established by His Excellency the President in fulfillment of these principles. Its mandate remains to inquire into the disturbances that occurred at Montagne Poseé prison on 5 and 6 December 2024, to establish the facts surrounding those events and to provide a transparent and fair process through which public officials, prison inmates, and other stakeholders can account for their respective roles, while enabling the members of the public to witness those proceedings in real time. I wish to express my deepest gratitude for the privilege and honor of serving as chairperson of this independent commission of inquiry. We began our journey on the 25th of March 2026 when we were sworn in by His Excellency President Dr. Patrick Emini. Since then, we have conducted preliminary investigations, reviewed the legal and policy framework, identified and summoned witnesses, and conducted hearings. In total, we interviewed 93 witnesses and conducted 70 hearings, including this one. 83% of these hearings were conducted publicly to ensure that the members of the public could follow and witness accountability in real time. We acknowledge that there was a legal challenge against the decision to establish this commission, but the challenge did not succeed in court. Apart from that legal challenge, we have not received any complaint regarding the way we have been conducting this inquiry. I believe that this is a sign that we have been fair and impartial so far. So first and foremost, on behalf of the Commission, I would like to appreciate my fellow commissioners for their hard work, their tenacity, and dedication to their homeland, the Republic of Seychelles. I am particularly grateful to them for the level of professionalism they brought to our work and the way they have treated me. They have been very collegial and cooperative in every sense of those words. Each of us are talented in different ways, and I'm grateful that we were able to complement each other. I am proud of these two brothers. I first met Commissioner Vidot in 2016 at a judge's training, and working together on this commission was also a reunion of some sort. I met Commissioner Vic Tirant for the first time when we were sworn in by the President on 25 March 2026, and what a phenomenal human being he has been to me. Thank you, sir. I would like to appreciate our Secretary, Ms. Chelsea Aubest. She has been the administrative engine that enabled the wheels of this wagon to continue moving. She has been meticulous and diligent in her work and engaged with each witness with utmost respect, dignity, and fairness. In the few instances when she may have felt disrespected by some of the witnesses, she remained calm, professional, but firm. These are the values of impartiality which a secretary is supposed to exercise in order to ensure that the commission of this nature is successful. Thank you, Madam Chelsea Aubest. I would like to appreciate also our interpreters, Mr. Giovanni Renaud, who is not here, and Ms. Sylvie Ross. You always did your best to interpret proceedings from Creole to English, and sometimes you had to work from morning until evenings. Some of the hearings were that long. I remember the hearing of Ms. Janet George lasted until the evening. I do recall the day that Mr. Giovanni, one of our interpreters who is not here, fell sick, but he soldiered on. Thank you, sir. To the drivers, particularly Mr. Sage Melly, Mr. Terry Andra, and Mr. Michael Payet, you provided safe and efficient transportation, which helped us deliver summons and move ourselves from one place to the next. You also helped me personally to understand the local social context, and you exposed me to the different delicious Creole cuisines. In the process, you made it possible for me to recover, recoup, and relaunch myself into the work. To our witnesses, including you who are here, we would like to also thank you for cooperating with the Commission. We began our hearings by summoning inmates and remandees who were involved in the events of 5 and 6 December at the prison. For approximately 2 weeks, we were camped at Montagne Poseé prison, conducting inspections, conducting preliminary investigations, and hearings. The prison authorities and the prison community at Montagne Poseé cooperated with us. They treated us well, and they never made us feel unwelcome or threatened. We even had Commissioner Vidot amongst us, who has sentenced some of those inmates, but none of them made any of us, including Commissioner Vidot, uncomfortable. Yes, these inmates have committed crimes, and that's why they have been sentenced to be in prison, and they must serve their sentences with utmost discipline. But they are human beings like all of us. They have feelings like all of us. They have emotions like all of us, and they have needs like every other human being in Seychelles and the world. During our visit to Montagne Poseé prison, we felt their feelings, we experienced their emotions, and we saw their needs as human beings. We also want to appreciate various other witnesses who came before us, including former senior government leaders, senior public officials, security service chiefs, and others. Through cooperating with the Commission, you demonstrated your willingness to submit to the rule of law and account. It is possible that we may have made most of you uncomfortable during the hearings, but your discomfort was not so much because we were malicious or unfair to you. It is because of the robustness of the engagements that took place between you and the commissioners when you appeared before us. It was our duty to ask you very difficult questions, and it was your duty to respond to those questions. And then we also want to thank the public, the people of this island. We are particularly grateful for two things. First is that you engaged actively with the Commission's proceedings. This morning, I took some time to watch some of the YouTube videos of our hearings on SBC channel for the first time, and I realized that the viewership on some videos is as high as 24,000 views so far. The video with the least number of viewers so far is 3,900 views. Whilst I do not actively follow discussions about the Commission on social media, I am aware of the satirical and other humorous expressions that have been posted on platforms like Facebook. And the most hilarious one for me is the Facebook post, which has my photo and a caption which, if translated into English, says, open quote, "One day I hope this kind of love will find me," close quote. These high numbers of viewership on SBC YouTube channel and the comments on social media reflect the deep sense of interest and engagement with the Commission's proceedings. It is a reflection of the fact that His Excellency the President was correct in his judgment when he established this commission, because clearly there is a matter of immense public interest to be inquired. The second issue we are grateful to the public for is that they have refrained from taking the law into their hands. They have refrained from retaliating or victimizing witnesses for giving testimonies before this commission. Since we started our work, we registered one credible case of allegations of attempts to intimidate a witness, and we are grateful to the authorities who assisted us to address that issue quickly before it could have escalated. The Commission encourages you, members of the public, to continue submitting yourself to the rule of law. Even though we have concluded our hearings officially today, we are still open to receiving evidence. Should any of you have any evidence that they want to use to challenge or strengthen what has been given to us by any of the witnesses who appeared before us. To the media, in any democratic society, the media are the fourth pillar. Part of your democratic responsibilities is to promote transparency. We thank you for providing coverage to our proceedings. In doing so, you facilitated transparency and public scrutiny of our work. To the Honorable Chief Justice, we would like to express our deep appreciation for accommodating us here by providing us with this courtroom, as well as availing his conference room for our use. Our appreciation also goes to the security staff of the judiciary and the police, who facilitated smooth entry of our witnesses. And in the same vein, we are grateful to the prison guards for facilitating our access to the prisons. We are grateful to the soldiers who also facilitate their leaders' appearance before this commission. We are grateful to the general cleaning staff of the judiciary who made sure that this courtroom was clean every day. I apologize to them that sometimes we kept them waiting up to after hours to clean the courtroom. This was the case on numerous days when our hearings overran into the early evening. And to the government of the Republic, we are deeply grateful for the logistical support we received from various offices that are under the government of the Republic. The support has been efficient and effective, but more importantly, we also acknowledge and commend you, especially His Excellency the President, for respecting our independence. At no time did we feel that there was a direct or indirect attempt to interfere with or influence our decisions. And we expect that that will continue. Now, the way forward. The way forward is that we are now retreating into the report writing stage of our work. Once we have our draft report, we will provide anyone implicated in our report's findings with an opportunity to give their final response. That is in terms of our rules. After that, we will submit our final report with findings to His Excellency the President. And at this juncture, may I now call upon fellow commissioners and then later the Secretary to say a few words, and then we close.
Anyway, I wouldn't want to repeat what the chairperson of the commission has already stated, because it echoes the same sentiments that I have. It is a privilege, and it is also very enriching to be serving. Actually, we still have a lot of work to do to be serving on this commission, and I thank everyone. I thank the witnesses who came forward. I thank my fellow commissioners, the secretary of the commission, also the interpreters who've been assisting us, and SBC, who has been very helpful in transmitting these sessions live. That has helped to show transparency in our deliberations, and to everyone else who has helped the Commission in one way or another, I'd say thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Vidot. Commissioner Tirant?
I wouldn't have much to say. Now that both commissioners, our chairman and Commissioner Vidot, have said everything that needed to be said, what is left for me is just to say thank you to everyone that had been part of this process. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Tirant. Madam Secretary Albest.
Thank you, Justice. I would firstly like to thank His Excellency Dr. Patrick Emily for giving me this opportunity to work as the Secretary of this Commission. I'm deeply grateful because working alongside the three of you has been very insightful, and I have gained so much knowledge, and I wouldn't have asked to be part of another commission. So I'm very grateful for that. And I'm also happy to have worked with my fellow colleagues, the transcribers, the translators, the drivers, and I want to thank the witnesses that have appeared before us as well. Thank you for the judiciary for giving us and allowing us to use this room, and the media as well for televising the sessions. All in all, I want to say thank you because we have made such a great work together, and I'm proud of what we have achieved, and still we have work to do, and I know that we will continue in the spirit that we have started.
Thank you very much. And yes, indeed, we still have some more work to do. So primarily now is the report writing, but I think we should emphasize this. We are still open to receive evidence. So if anyone wants to share evidence with us, we are still open. I think this is the end of our hearings officially, and this is also the end of today's hearing. Thank you once again to all of you, because you are leaders in the different sectors that you are in, and we appreciate that you took time to come and help us this afternoon. And I also want to thank you deeply for the level of discipline, the level of respect that you have given to each other. It was also my first time to facilitate a hearing that is as big as this. We were not sure as commissioners how it was going. But we are happy, and that we trusted that you would obviously conduct yourself with dignity, because you are leaders, and you lived up to that. And thank you to Mr. Jeven, yes, and Mr. Wow as well, for being disciplined, and we hope that together we will find solutions for this challenge that faces us. Thank you.